We are live, guys. Hop in. This is going to be such a power coach. Like, this is going to be a chick-chat, 30-minute session coaching. So hop in quick. I'm talking to students. I'm going to talk to you about, hi everyone, join in. I'm going to tell you, I hope yesterday you watched my IGTV on choices, because here's how I am in choice with you guys this morning. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, which is the coaching certification. It is all day from 9 to 5 today and from 9 to 5 tomorrow. It's a 4-month program, and this is what I'm actually doing all day long. So right now, they're coaching, and I chose to take a 20 to 30 minutes max break because I want to bring you so much help, so much coaching, and you guys need to know this. So if you've been doing my live coachings, you have a notebook. What's up, Chloe? You have a notebook, you have a pen, and now it's time for me to speak to my students, because you all know, if you've been following me for a while, you all know how obsessed I am with my students. Why? Because you are the future of the generation. You are the ones that are going to take over. You are the ones that we are investing time, energy, and focus on getting into your heads so that you can lead the next generation. So if I'm taking the time off of my coaching certification and the programs that I'm building in Coach Sonia Academy, it's because I want to get into your heads. Now you have to do the same. I'm not your friend. I'm not here. We're not hanging out. I want to get in your head. And I want you to understand the possibility that you have, the opportunity that you have. And if all you're doing is Netflix and chilling, or on TikTok, or watching the news, or getting freaked out, and you are not taking this time to work on yourself, you're missing out. You're missing out, okay? So what I want you to do in your life, I don't want you to miss out. And I want you to take advantage of this opportunity. I'm not just talking to my business people. I'm not just talking to people in their careers, to people in their businesses, to moms at home. I'm talking to you, because you, my students who I adore more than life, you need to stand up. You need to wake up. You've been bitching about your school nonstop. Everybody's bitching about school. Oh, it's not in line with who I am. I'm so creative. I'm so empowered. I want to be a business owner. I want to be an entrepreneur. Well, all these things that you keep telling us that you want to be, hey, guess what? Now's the time for you to be it. So if you're waiting for a better time, you're wasting your time. If you're waiting for some sign, some outside sign, there's the sign. Everybody around the globe is home doing nothing. Your school is closed. Your job is closed. There is no greater sign. So stop looking for an outside sign, and let me get with you and let me help you out so that you can actually go within. Okay, what's up, Phil? My love. I'm talking to students, Phil. We need to wake them up. You guys are sleeping, and if you're not sleeping, let me give you an actual strategy. All you need is a strategy. All you need to do is start working at who you truly are, so that we can start bringing into your life the job, the career, the business that you deserve. And then you have to start empowering other people. I want you to become a leader. There is nothing that is different from me than you. I'm just have more skill set. I just worked on my craft longer. I built up such confidence that I can go to you and say, hey, it's time to wake up. If not now, then when? So here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're going to do. Sorry if I'm going in a little kind of hard on you, but I don't know. I don't know who your parents are. I don't know who your friends are. I don't know what you're watching. But if you chose to watch this right now, it's because it's time for you to wake up, and it's time for us to work together. Sonia for president. Love you, Steve. It's time for us to work together and help you create a strategy so that you can actually know what your gift is and what you can bring to the world, to your friends, to the globe. Okay? So let's start with that. You know where the first thing starts for you to figure out what you want to do when you grow up? And guys, what you want to do when you grow up, I'm not just talking about students. I'm talking to all of these career people that finally can say, hey, I don't even like my job. I want to pivot. I want to transition. Hey, I don't even like what I'm doing. I want to change it. So it's not just a student conversation. However, I just have so much love for my students. This is an everybody conversation that right now you should be taking the time to figure out what it is that you love to do, what it is that you are passionate about, what it is that you are gifted with, and what it is that you need to spend your time, effort, developing those skills and getting to work so that you can now start to impact and do what you are meant to do. Does that work for you? Can you hang out with me for 20 minutes so I can help you figure this out, and then I can go back doing what I'm paid to do and what I have to do? Is that good? Okay. Now, first of all, we have to get into your head. You know the notebook that you better have a notebook that is for my lives, which j'adore. Merci, chérie. What I want you to do with this notebook is I want you to start. The answers are not out there. Their answers are not out there. If you watched my Live on Money, if you watched yesterday the Live on Choices or the IGTV, I know I couldn't save my life, but I'm going to put it up on YouTube. The one thing that I always start with your head, right? Because everything goes on in your head. Then the other thing I start with is, what are the stories that you've been told? Hey, students, you guys are the number ones. Like you have such programming from your parents, and I love your parents. Your parents all follow me. I love them. Shout out to your parents. However, the programming that you have, that you've been told, what have you been told? Write this shit down. Have you been told you should be a lawyer? You should be a doctor. You should be an accountant. You should go to school, get good grades, marry your high school sweetheart, and live happily ever after? What have you been told? What are the stories? Because they're stories, they're actually not real. It's what your parents want you to do, or what your friends, so look at who you hang out with, because they want you to be in their group. Your group wants you to stay in their group because they love you. You're cool. You're awesome. I would like to be in your group. Can I be in your group? Now, if your group wants you to stay in your group, guess what they're going to give you? Advice to stay in that group. Now, who have you been told? What have you been told that you should be? Because you have to first understand the programming so that we can shift the programming. So write this down. Right? What have your parents told you? My parents always told me I had to go into the fashion industry. I was literally groomed. Tuck, 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 tuck. You know, at 8 years old, I was at Guess. My dad was the president of Guess Jeans in Canada. So since the age of 8, every single day after school, I had to go to Guess. So what did I know? Customer service. What did I know? Order entry, fashion. So I know fashion inside and out. I've developed those skill set to build every single brand or any brand that I could do. However, here's the kicker, guys. Yeah, I hope it's going to be available after. I tried to save yesterday, but it's going to be fine, or I'll put it on YouTube. We'll figure our life out. Now just focus. Focus, focus, focus. And I will focus. Now, once you understand what your parents have told you or how they brought you up, I'm the perfect example. I grew up in a family business. So I was thought like groomed, like Sonia will be the fashion queen of the world. And I was, and that's what happened. And I got really good at it. However, I took a step back when I moved to LA because my program was so deep. I didn't have a choice. I couldn't become who I wanted to become if I stayed in Montreal. It would have never worked. I would still be running my fashion brands. I had to move out. And when I moved out and I got scouted to do, I moved out because I thought I was doing fashion modeling and I was doing like fitness modeling, and I got scouted to do a show, Wild on E. So I moved to LA. So I thought, oh, maybe my whole thing of always wanting to be on stage, because we start to look at what do you love to do? I love to speak. I'm a speaker. But I didn't know I wanted to be a coach. I didn't know I wanted to be a speaker. Like, I just thought, okay, maybe I like the camera. The camera works for me. This is easy. I could do this shit in my sleep. So then I started to understand, what do I love? Write this down, because you have to understand, what do you love to do? What are you good at doing? What skill sets do you have? Okay? And then you start with that. And trust me, in a year, in 2 years, you might segue completely. However, we need to have a starting game point. Okay, so here's the starting point. I then said, all right, guess what? I don't want to be in my family business because I don't want to be la petite de guest. I wanted to fly on my own. I didn't want people to think that my family supported me. Like I had this whole programming. I shifted out of that real quick, but that's what was like, it was hard. Moved to LA, thought that I'm going there to become an actress, got the part, and then I'm like, this isn't what I want to do. So step 2 is, now's the time, guys. This is the time for you to test things. Test things. I had the conversation with my stepson last night. I'm like, Ethan, like, this is the time for you to risk. This is the time for you to play. Like, figure out what you want to do now. First of all, we're going to support you. Second of all, you live here. You have no expenses. If you live with your parents and your parents support you, guys, now is the time. Experience things. Risk things, go out there and figure out now what you want to do when you graduate and what you want to do when you grow up. But you have to do the work, okay? So I started doing the work when I was in LA and when I was out from, you know, the family and the pressure and the friends and all that. And then I realized that the skill sets that I had to speak was not because I wanted to be an actress. I actually didn't like it. I got these great roles and it wasn't what I wanted to do. That's when I got into personal development. And that's when I got certified, and that's when I understood Landmark. And then I went deeper in NLP and I went deeper. And I was fortunate enough to truly hone in on my skill. However, you have to understand how hard the programming is, because what I'm going to talk about bills to pay right after, honey. I got you. Don't worry about a thing. But so I want you to tell you how hard the programming is. What got me back to Montreal was nothing more than guilt trip. Complete guilt trip. Why? Because my dad came back. I was coaching. I was at 26 years old. To my people that tell you I'm too young, at 26 years old, I was a certified business and life coach. I was making $10,000 a speech and $500 US coaching one-on-one over Skype. So if you have this mindset that you are 24, 25, 26, 27, I don't care about the number. It's just a number. All people want in life is results. If you can give people results, if you can develop your skill and invest in yourself and work your ass off, what's happening with our generation is you guys don't understand how much work it takes. You follow people on social media. Oh my God, Sonia, so glamorous, her life. I'm sure you know how hard I work because it's like a core value of me to be on social. I don't need you to tell me I'm pretty or what I have or all these things. The only reason why I use my social media platform is to impact others to live their best life and to impact others to scale up in their life. That's the reason why. So if you think I'm cute or not, I really don't give a shit. So you need to be clear in terms of what it is that lights you up, what it is. Okay, so here's how I want you to start doing, okay? What I want you to start doing is, right now, I'm gonna make this so clear so you know exactly what to do. Thanks, Raf. Right now for the translations, right now, I would love to give you guys French, but I'm literally in a coaching certification right now, and I don't have that much time, so I'm gonna focus in on English, and then I will do my best to do my best for you later. Here's what I need you to do. Number 1 is, look at now, okay? Before you watch this live, you're probably watching things on YouTube, following certain people on Instagram, doing your thing, living your best life. What do you look at? Who do you follow? What are you inspired by? If you are learning new skills, I hope you learn new skills. I hope you are using this time to, one, study, because you have to, I'm going to tell you something else. Side note, personal story. Pay attention. I didn't like school. I just didn't like it. I thought it was useless because I've been working since I'm 8. So most of the times I was like, what am I learning? I'm not learning anything. This is bullshit. Let me go back to the office. So I was that girl. I didn't find great value in school. I also had a lot of friends, so I didn't need to go to school to make friends. So I was a good student because of one thing. I knew that I needed to get a diploma to get my degree. So I went to Western in London, Ontario, and then I graduated from John Molson School of Business. The only reason why I graduated and why I did my work is because of the outcome that the degree got me. So if you are not passionate about, we're back. If you are not passionate about school, I don't care. Get it, get over it. Just get over it. You have to understand, you can't love everything you do in life. I don't love emails. I don't love answering my phone. I have about 280 missed calls right now. I don't love it. I can choose not to do it. You can't choose not to go to school. So finish school, because you know what? The best thing I could ever give you is the tip of you need to finish school and you need to have good grades. I'm going to tell you why. Do you know what school got me? One thing. I was able to get my US visa and get my visa as a management consultant in the US to be able to work in the US. Not good. Am I back? You guys are good? Sorry, my connection's not ideal. Okay, listen to me. The reason why I finished school was to get my degree, okay? So get it together and get your degree. Hold on, are you guys seeing me well? Good? Can you see me better? Yeah? Okay, amazing. Sorry guys, I think my Wi-Fi was not ideal. So I want you to understand something. I'm not saying that school's not ideal. If you love school, fantastic, this is not for you. If you don't like school and school is not for you and you don't like to study, all I'm telling you is get over it. Get over it. You're not supposed to like everything that you do. You have to just finish. You have to complete things in life. You have to get good grades. You have to pay attention to teachers that you don't like, because you know what? That's just life, guys. You're probably going to get a boss you don't like. You're probably going to get people in your life that you don't like. So use this time right now and go, wow, I don't like this teacher at all. I'm learning zero from this teacher. And then pull yourself out and say, what's the outcome I'm trying to get? I just want my mark. I just want my grade. Then you can no longer see your teacher again. But guess what? Your grades are going to serve you. I got my degree from Western Ontario, from Western and from John Molson School of Business in international business. You know what I did with this degree? I applied for a US management consultant visa and I became a coach, charging so much money at 26 years old because of one thing, because I had my visa and I had my papers. So figure out why you're doing things in your life. And some things you just stop trying to think you're going to love everything. You're just not going to. You're going to work for free. You're going to work your ass off. You're going to not go out and party because you have to study. Get over yourself. This is life. If you want to be successful in the world, if you look up to me, if you look up to me and you're like, Sonia, all day long, every single day, I don't know how many hundreds of DMs I get. And you guys are like, Sonia, I want to do what you do. Hey, you know what? You better wake up real early. You better get a lot of skills, and you better work at your craft, and you better love it. Because once you love what you do, it's not work. And this is not some bullshit thing. You're not like, yeah, whatever. I heard this before. This is the real deal. Why do you think I do this so much all day long? I am so driven by impact. I am so lit up by helping you guys that I will do this over and over and over. So what I want you to do today is I want you to take your notebook and tell me and tell you and go within. The answer is not out. It's not your parents. It's not me. It's not your friends. It's not your kids. It's not anything else but you inside. What it is that lights you up. What would you do if you didn't have to be paid to do it? I'm not getting paid for this life. I stopped what I'm getting paid to do to focus on you guys. Why? Because I want to impact you. I love my students. You guys are the future. I don't want to do this for long. I want you. Why do you think I have all my interns and my girls? Because I want them to take over. I want them to be fucking rulers of the world and leaders and to impact and to show and to build communities. That's why you need to show up, and that's why you cannot be sleeping in this time. I know there's anxiety. I get it. I get your messages. I got a lot of your messages. I get that it's hard. I really understand it. I'm not putting this down. I understand that you might not have your space at home because now your parents are home and your brothers and sisters are home and you don't have space. And I understand it's hard to focus because you're so distracted. And I also understand that it is so difficult to, stay focused when we don't have any clarity on when this is all going to end. I get it. But guess what? We're all in this space. We are all facing this. And you have a chance. You could either rise up and become a leader and come onto this journey with us and help us impact other people and help you figure out how you can become that person and what you use your time to figure out. Oh my God, like what an opportunity you have. I never had time to figure my shit out. I just had to figure shit out. And now for those of you who are like, Sonia, I love you, but I don't live with my parents. I love you, but I have to pay bills. I have to generate. I have to be that. And I have to go to school. And I'm probably don't have family here because maybe you're an international student and you're here by yourself and now you're feeling alone. So let me talk to you next. If you are feeling alone, if you're an international student, if you have bills to pay, what I want you to do is I want you to block your time. First, I want you to study because you need that degree and that's why you're here. And that's what's going to get you your visa and that's what's going to keep you with your student visa. So I want you to be able to graduate. So focus on graduating. Now, you're not seeing anybody else. You have no other distractions. So put the noise down. Hi, Putiano. Come here. Yeah, Putiano knows this already. All right, so, okay. You want to talk and say hello? So here's don't put lipstick on. So here's the deal. Once you block out your time and you put time into your studies, now I want you to actually, for once in your life, what's happening, Pujano? I want you to, for once in your life, what? No, this is not helpful. Here, it's okay. Here, Post-it notes. Take notes, Yanu. Oh, he's not into it. Shit, this is gonna become a bit. Yeah, Yanu's here, and I'm so busy. What's going on?
Microphone.
Here, microphone. Today. So say today. Start your thing. You want to be on live? There you go. Be super distracted to everybody. Also, can I tell you something? Can I tell you something really important? If you don't figure out what you want to do for a living now, I promise you something. For all my girls, like, it only gets worse. Once you have these and you have a husband and you have a real relationship and you have bills, it is so much harder. All I would love right now, can you imagine if I could be single with no kids? All I could do is like focus on speaking and coaching and programs and whatever. I would be like, I would be so all about this life. Like, you don't even understand how many programs I was like push out for you guys. So do it while you can and do it while you're young, because after that, you got to manage all this stuff. You got to be like, no, not this. There's nothing in there. So, and you have to be able to be like so all about the multitasking life and be a mom and be a wife and do all these things for other people, right? So for once, if you're a student, guys, you can do things for you. You can do things. What is happening? Did you put me? Oh, there's nothing. Why don't you use your mic? Here, okay? All right. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Number one is we're gonna start the work. Are you guys ready to start working? Okay. One is, I want you to know what you're passionate about. I want you, stop looking at Yanu. Stop it, look at me. This is important stuff. If not, I'm gonna put the baby away. Okay, this is just side kind of like, oh, he's so cute. He's not putting any lipstick on. Stop it, look at me. I have 5 more minutes with you, then I have to actually like go back to what I do for a living. Stop, Yanu, he's not here. Where is Yanu? Right here. Where is Yanu? Right here. Where is Yanu? Right here. Okay. Can you go and not distract? Or just sit here? Here, why don't you sit here? Okay. So, here's what we're going to do. Number one is super unhelpful. This is not working. This is not working out for me. I'm not aligned with this. I'm in choice of you not being here right now. One is, stop laughing. This is mom life, guys. Do you understand why I want you guys to like work on you while you're students and like generate while you're students and figure out your life while you're students? I'm telling you, after this, it's like I can't be of like, this is what I have to deal with. Okay? Now, Sonia, your talking is so overwhelming. You talk sometimes, your talk is overwhelming. That's fine. Watch my live again. It's what works for me right now. If it's overwhelming for you, pause it, watch it later, and I'm telling you, it will work, okay? Now, the one thing you have to do is, I have 5 minutes for this. I love you. Go live your best life. Okay, one is, what do you love to do? 2 is, what are you actually good at? 3 is, what skill sets can you learn while you are in this period of quarantine that will be in line with what it is that you want to be doing, okay? 3 is, I want you to develop those skills, right? So there's so much free online platforms right now that can get you more skill sets. You guys are all saying like, oh, you know, people don't want to hire me because I don't have any experience. Well, develop the skill sets now. This has never been a better time. The other thing, you know how much I am like the biggest fan of internships. Even one of the girls, one of my followers, she's a teacher at McGill, and McGill Law, they're doing an amazing internship for McGill Law. So find out where can you intern, where can you develop these skill sets so that you can actually, you know, understand if you actually want to do this for a living or not. So interning is phenomenal. And guess what? Right now is the time for you guys to intern so that you can finally be mentored by people that you look up to. And then in terms of mentorship, this is so important because you know what it's going to do? It's going to fast track your career. If you, for example, if you want to be, I don't know, lawyer, let's say just a lawyer, like well, you can still be in careers, right? It's not just all about entrepreneurial. If you want to be a lawyer, what I want you to do is, first of all, do your due diligence, okay? Find out who is an amazing, let's say you want to be into corporate law or tax law or any law that you want. Let's say it's tax law. Well, find out who are the top tax lawyers and bring value to them so that you can be mentored by them, so that you can intern with them, so that you can develop your skill sets with them. This will fast track your career so much because you will finally understand if you actually like it or not. The problem is if all you do is school, you only can find out if you actually like it only once you graduate. That's why I'm such a huge fan of, you know, working during your summer jobs or even during school jobs. Not just for the job itself, but to understand who you are and if you're aligned with this position. Okay? If you don't know what you want to do you know what it is? You just don't have enough information on it. I'm going to say that again, and I want you to write it down. So I'm going to take like a powerful pause. Okay, ready, right? If you don't know what you want to do, it's because you don't have enough information on it. I'll give you an example. If you meet some guy, okay? You're at a club, you're having a good time, or you're at the library. You meet some person. He's cute, he's great, you like him, sparks are flying, but then you're like, oh, can we be in a relationship? And you're like, whoa, I don't know enough about you. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna do your due diligence on this guy. You'll probably stalk him. You'll add him on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. You're gonna go into deep craziness to find out who this guy is, to see if his values, to see if it will be a good fit for you romantically in a relationship, or if he's just gonna have a nice time with him for one night and you'll be on to the next one. Same thing with your job. You have to do your due diligence. You don't know what you want to do because you don't know enough about it. So what I want you to do today is I want you to research. I want you to go in and say, oh, I think I want to be whatever, a personal trainer. For example, I really like to work out. Great. You think you want to be a personal trainer. Now, What does a personal trainer do? What is the lifestyle of a personal trainer? You're going to say, wait a second, Sonia, I didn't know that I had to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. I didn't know that I had to be at the gym by 5:30. I didn't know that I would have to do one-on-ones, and if I'm sick, I'm not getting paid because I only get paid when I'm training clients. I didn't know that the top earning personal trainer is this. Or opportunities is, I didn't know that I could create online programs and sell those online. I didn't know that I can build a gym and build a franchise and sell out these franchises and start building up the franchise. I didn't know that I could put trainers under me so that I could also have kids and also have a life that doesn't involve being in the gym 24/7. So, do you see where I went there? Some example I took out of my head, but the point of this is you don't know what you want to do because you're not doing your research. Find out. If you think that right now you've been doing 1,900 workouts and you're really good at it and you want to do this for a living, I love it. That's awesome. Look, do your due diligence. What skill sets do you need to acquire? How do you get certified? Do you know how many coaches want to coach now? It's crazy. Everybody wants to become a coach. Why do you think I'm doing my coaching certification program? Why? Because I believe that you need to be certified. You need to acquire skill sets, and then you need to build experience and work and practice and become the best. So this whole thing is going to take time, effort, energy, and money that you will invest into it. So what I want you to do today is I want you to start getting clarity. I want you to understand and do your due diligence so that you take decisions that are based on actual knowledge. What does a lifestyle look at in the career or business that you want to do? How much skill sets do you need to deliver to gain? What is there even any availability into this job? Right? If you want to be a change maker, if you want to be playing big in your life, if you want to play that big game, you need to know what that looks like. You need to know what you're missing to be able to get you there. And then you need to surround yourself with people that are in that game, that are playing that game, and that will support you while you rise up to join that game. Let me just check on this class to see if I feel like I might. Hold on, look at this. This is my life right now. See? Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna give you a couple more minutes and then I'm actually gonna go back into being fully focused on this. Let me answer one question. Oh, you guys sent me so, wow. I can't focus, I'm distracted at home. I know, I have to find a job. How to find a job when you have good grades, but no experience. How to get experience. Intern. These are the most important times right now for you to be able to focus on you and for you to gain that experience. So here's what I'm gonna do because I'm gonna wrap this up and I want you guys to do your work, okay? Here's some takeaways because I love great takeaways. One is, what are the stories that you made to be true? What did your parents tell you? What did your friends tell you? What did they say? Did they say you had to be a lawyer? Did they say you had to be an accountant? Did they say you had to be in business? And are you aligned with that? Or can there be another opportunity for you? Yeah, go on to my link in my bio and you'll get all of the information on things that I'm doing. CoachSonia.com, okay? Now, I want you to look at taking that space to say, okay, if this crisis is actually an opportunity for you to work on you. And I want to tell you something. If I'm the only person that allows you to think big in your life because maybe you come from a very conservative family or maybe you come from very conservative friendships, that's okay. I'm there. I'm here. So I'm here to tell you that you can start thinking big in your life. I'm here to believe in you and to support you that you have everything within you to know what lights you up. So I want you, I don't care about your age, I want you to get hungry. I want you to start taking those risks. With a plan, with a proper game plan. But I want you to really start and tell yourself, if I'm in choice, and I hope you watch my IGTV and you realize that you're in choice. If I'm in choice, What life can I choose for myself? I don't look at you as a student. I don't look at you as you're too young, you don't have enough experience, you're lost, you're confused. I want you to start taking those labels away from you because they're not serving you. And I want you to think about, what could I bring into my life? How could I change? How can I make an impact in other people's lives? And what do I want to have in my life if I stop listening to my parents or my friends or TV, put the news down, put TikTok down, do a couple of dances? I'm cool with that. That's fun. But then use your time to focus on you. I want you to get hungry. I want you to get inspired. And I want you to start working on your own potential. If you could be whatever it is that you want to be, get more information to find that out, become an expert, develop those skill sets, and work your ass on it. On that note, I'm going to go keep working my ass off on this coaching certification. I love you guys. If you need me, CoachSonia.com. There's the next programs that I'm doing. Watch the IGTV. Share this live. I'm sending you so much love. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.